So I'm going to show you how you can change any situation in your life and anybody in your life if you just learn these 3 things. But for you to get the 3 things, you need to stay till the very end, and at the end I'm also going to sing you a song so you'll always remember the teachings. Hello and welcome, my name is Kartika Naya and you're watching Synchro Shakti. So let me just share my journey with feeling like a victim. Started off in childhood because I went through bullying. Physical bullying, emotional bullying, but also every day something or the other had to go wrong. So either I was grossly misunderstood for things I never actually did and get suspended in school, same thing would happen in college, or something or the other had to go wrong every single day, including small things which are not so small, like if I'm getting onto my bus to go to school, some girls, full water bottle would fall on my nail and then my nail will become like jet black for like a week. All that had to happen. So things like that, small and big, eventually wired my identity into feeling tremendously like a victim. So as I was growing up, what I wanted was my external situations to be calm and harmonious and predictable and safe. Internally, what I wanted was to feel safe, was to feel like I could breathe and I was free on this planet and I was safe on this planet and not constantly surviving in constant chaos and conflict. Now, at age 14 is when I came across the law of attraction through the movie The Secret, and I did manifest a lot of things. I got into the college that I wanted to, I got into the bands that I wanted to sing in. I also got, small things like if I wanted to get a seat on an extremely crowded bus, I'd be able to get that. But guess what else I was manifesting? My same patterns of being bullied was continuing to happen in college as well. Same pattern of getting misunderstood and getting chucked out or something I didn't do and getting severely punished for it. The same patterns of feeling this complete sense of not wanting to exist on this planet, of not just victimhood, just not being good enough to exist on this planet. I don't know if anyone else has felt that way. So the patterns were continuing even though I knew law of attraction. So all of this constant conflict and always worried about what's going to hit me and what corner caused so much of anxiety that eventually it tipped over into an anxiety disorder called panic disorder. Many of you have panic disorder, so you understand. And for those who don't understand, you don't even want to know how terrifying it is to have this disorder. So for 3 years, I went on this journey to try to heal panic disorder. On that journey to heal panic disorder, I wanted someone on the outside to just cleanse the panic or pranic, heal the panic out of me. So I went through all kinds of modalities, got certified in so many modalities, and they're all so powerful, but nothing truly touched the anxiety because I was the one internally creating it. So one day when everyone got really scared about how bad the anxiety was getting, I was taken to a therapist in my hometown in Kerala. I sat across the therapist telling him everything that I knew about the mind and consciousness because I've been in this field. I'm a psychology major. I studied this. I've studied abnormal psychology. I've studied mind over matter. I've studied law of attraction. I knew so many things to tell him. And he looked at me and he said, if you know so much, why can't you solve your own problem? So I sat there melting into my seat in the most powerless way. And I thought, even this is a dead end. And I walked out and I looked at the sky and I said to the universe, I said, if there's a God, now's your chance to shine your mercy on me because I'm not going to make it. So I walk into my uncle's house and there on the table I see this book called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. When I picked up the book, that's where the missing piece showed up to me. I thought I knew everything until I picked up the book and I understood this thing called mindfulness. So you have the non-judgment, the non-resistance, the present moment living, which is great. But the major missing piece was this thing called the emotional pain body. I had a ton of emotional pain, which was manifesting as all this chaos, conflict, anxiety, depression, everything externally that I was struggling with. So for 1 year, I like military regiment practiced my mindfulness, and I was able to release the anxiety, I was able to release the depression. And one of the major things I noticed is, as I was deeply calm on the inside, my outside started calming down as well. Situations and things that would usually the daily chaos and daily being hit by something or the other just stopped. But I had another problem, which was the deeper subconscious pattern of attracting bullying continued to happen. So then when I was, became a coach and trainer, I was doing that for many years, this thing of being bullied or hit or hurt by somebody or the other continued. And when I would get hit or hurt, I would crash to the point of not wanting to exist. And I used to always wonder, and people used to wonder, why is my emotional response so painful to just people's words and opinions or their emotional states? But it was horrible. So then that brought me into a deeper journey, and this journey was in the field of predominance. So I call it predominance. Basically it is your predominant immediate emotions or immediate deep, let's say your major belief systems around yourself, around people, around situations, around the universe, around your desires. And I took a deep dive at myself, and I saw that my predominant, deepest core understanding of myself, the universe, people was all negative. It was all lack. It was all victimhood. And then I went on this journey of trying to shift my predominant emotion from pain to absolute appreciation towards everything in every situation, problematic situation or not. I changed my vibration from suffering it to appreciating it. If it was anybody, I went from suffering them to appreciating them, finding any way to change my predominant emotion about the situations and people to a positive predominance. And I did the work. When I got to that point of positive predominance about them, here's what happened. Those same situations which are problems either solved themselves or something or the other happened, and they just harmoniously solved themselves. It was solved. Every situation. The second one was people. The people who were bullying me either stopped bullying me and they disappeared from my life, and I attracted a lot of beautiful people in my life. A lot of beautiful people. Or the same people who used to bully me just turned around and started becoming really, really nice and understanding me and being wonderful. So I've seen massive changes in situations and people through this. And then there comes the final part, which is identity. Your identity is what's creating your life, which means if you're in a victim identity, you're creating a victim-based life. So I started doing this one process where at night I would go through my day, regardless of whatever happened. I'd pick out all the things that went well for me, and I would extract an identity from that. So let's say I got a cab and I got to work on time. Let's say I had a project somewhere, I got to work on time. I would extract meaning from that, saying this means that the universe supports me because I got to work on time. I got a cab, everything worked out. Things work out for me. Universe supports me, and I started building my identity based on those things. And that ended up creating a totally different vibration inside and totally different identity that all situations and people started reflecting that. Now that is the three major things, and that is the inner transformation that I had. Is I recognized that the three major things, and I'm going to tell you that, and we're going to sing a song, so stay till the end so that the teaching is fully absorbed within you. So the three things are, number one, always see the good in every situation, problematic or not. Find a way to fall in love with the situation. See what is good about it. So your predominance changes. Number two, always see the good in people, even the people that are hard for you to see good in. You don't actually have to. You can just fall in love with the people it's easy to fall in love with, and you'll attract more love. But especially if you're living with somebody, or you're in constant connection with somebody at work, whatever, and then they are troubling you, or it's tough to be with them, you're going to have to change your predominant emotion about them. And then they begin to change their behavior towards you. Even if they're crazy to everyone else, they change their behavior towards you. And the third part was identity. Identifying with all the things that go well in your life, then to identify with your failures, because your failures are simply prototypes that you're learning from to get to a point of success. Now, and I also spoke about the predominance, right? Changing the way, that is the whole thing, changing the way that you feel about each of these things. Now, to solidify that, we're going to sing a song, and I want you to sing along with me, because if you do that, you'll always remember this. And this, therefore, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a teacher. I love YouTubers, I watch them, but this is my field, I teach. And if I'm a teacher, I'm looking for a dedicated student. And if you're a dedicated student, sing along with me. Okay, so now I will sing a line, you will repeat after me. I promise to see all the good in life. Promise to see all the good in life. I promise to appreciate people. Your turn. Promise to appreciate people. I promise to breathe out all of my pain. Promise to breathe out all of my pain. And then my story 'Cause when my story changes, changes, my life also changes. Life also changes. I'm not a victim, I'm a creator. I'm not a victim, I'm a creator. And that's my new story. That's my new story. Super! Let's sing it together now in one go. So here we go. I promise to see all the good in life. I promise to appreciate people. Promise to breathe out all of my pain. 'Cause then my story changes. 'Cause when my story changes, my life also changes. I'm not a victim, I'm a creator. And that's my new story. And that's my new story. So I hope you learned something through this video. I hope you learned something through this song. Let me know if you enjoyed the song in the comments as well. And that was my video for today. If you enjoyed it, if you learned something, please let me know in the comment section. If you thought someone else would benefit from this, please share this with them. If you felt that you liked it, please like, please comment, because your comments is what brings these videos to more people. So please comment. I love you, I appreciate you, and I'll see you in another video. Namaste. Hello everyone. To help heal people, realign their energy, and help them manifest magic and miracles in their daily life as well as their desires, big or small, is not just something that I love to do. It is absolutely my mission on this planet. My purpose is to help you release that resistance, to pull up your vibration and put you in a state of receiving all of that magic that you've been asking for. If that is something that excites you, I'd like to invite you to our Vibe Shift sessions. These are daily 20-minute live energy exercises that we do together every weekday. If that is something interesting for you, go ahead and find out more information in the description, and I look forward to seeing you there.